just get moving. And as it is April and Pesach, April, for me, April is, well, it's also spring, and it's freedom, and it's spring, and it's butterfly. And for me, butterfly is freedom. So just move around with that notion. And you have a bucket of information about how we move in Zuzi, but maybe we can even toss it aside. Can even use our hands to toss it upwards, sidewards, downwards. And even if we're not going to do it, because honestly, it's very difficult to live out of freedom or within. That's like a life mission to be able to be really free. So I use the shaking because it's kind of a way of expressing something from within my body without directly moving anything. But if I were completely free, body-wise, how would I be moving? What would my body be expressing? And I invite you to mamash rega, maybe even close your eyes and bring an image of a dancer or some sort of performer. It doesn't have to be really a performer, but just someone that in your mind you can communicate or connect to the idea of movement. Kind of find an inspiration in your head with your eyes closed. And it can be Jesse Owens' movement. It can be, Imo once said that swimming woman, what's her name? The swimmer, Esther Williams. It could be Ginger Rogers. It can be whatever, whoever. But just try, and as you're moving around, I'm shaking, you don't have to shake. As you're moving around, and you can still keep your eyes closed just to hang on to that image. And yeah, I put cabaret on last time, but if we separate the idea and just be with the moves of these dancers, and just allow yourself to move within that image, to move your from your armpits and your shoulder blades out into your elbows and your wrists, all the way out through your fingers. You can use images of the tentacles to get your arms moving around. You can move from your knees, kind of fall into them as maybe tentacles come out of there, or strings, or from the back of your knee. And how does that resonate with maybe our groins and sitting bones and our hip joints? And where would my pelvis be? What would my pelvis move like? Or how would my pelvis move? What would be? Would it be an Elvis move? Would it be a Shakira move? Well, maybe we'll get back to Shakira this month, now that I think about it. Okay, with the hips, like a belly dancer. How would my chest move if we did use like the cabaret move? How would where would my shoulders go? And just attach to each part of your body the idea of freedom. How would my elbows move if they were free? My wrists, my ankles, my toes. What would happen in here with my vocals if I were free to move? How can I move the inside here? What sound would I make? And again, it's enough for you to just imagine it and dream it and think it, to have something in there become. What would you be singing? Opera, jazz, pop. Phew. How would it come out? Would you just maybe make a sound for freedom, like labor, maybe? That maybe is a good part. In labor, just sounds come out. If you're free during labor, usually sounds come out. Not swearing, just sounds. And my jaws and my tongue. If I were free, where would my tongue go? Would it stay all locked up? Would it stay all locked up in your mouth? Like, Would your lips be closed or open if they're free? And what would you see? What would you choose to look at? If you have complete freedom, what do you choose to watch? That's actually good. Do you watch the news? Do you watch a good ballet? So again, taking the idea of freedom and just attaching it to many, let's call them spirals of our life, different. Are we free amongst ourselves, amongst our family? Are we free to speak? Are we free to feel? Are we free to feel and then speak? And I'm actually basing all this because I've discovered this week a very amazing discovery that I eat many times. Shocking at my age to discover, but I eat things that I don't want to eat just because I lo naimly not to eat them because I've been invited or someone bought me something. So I just shove it in my mouth, kind of like, let's make them feel good.
Like we all do.
And maybe, there you go. And then where's my freedom there? And to discover this, and now to translate it into everything in my life, like I'm kind of doing this re-evaluation. Where am I truly free? And how free can I be? Because we are restricted. There are always restrictions as we live in society. So let's breathe to that. So is the freedom something in the idea? Maybe sometimes we just need to accept the idea without having the freedom of actually, oh yeah, 4 years for Corona is also a good symbol. And I'm gonna bring in the song, which I think I might play more than once this month, April, freedom, Passover, blah, blah, that. And then I'll send in the group this guy's speech as he received the Grammy Award, and we in Israel don't even know him. See? He received a Grammy Award and he gave such an amazing speech. Jon Batiste, his name. We've played him here. I've played him. I discovered when I was looking for songs about freedom for two and 3 years ago, I found him. So just let the music he's playing, apropos jazz, he's from New Orleans. So just let him and his song lead you into a dance. It's very dancey. And this is my happy session, beginning April. And again, I'll send the speech. And his motto is definitely freedom in life. Observe your breath and kind of keep going with the same oomph, but slowly bring it down, kind of to maybe even like a pace or a ke'ilu standstill. No standstill for real, just feel how everything is still maybe leaning on that sense of freedom within the joints, the neck, the jaw, the clavicle, the shoulders, armpits, elbows, wrists, all the vertebrae and the hip and the knees and the feet. So freedom.
Freedom.